All right, what's popping with the population? Welcome. This is Laceby. I'm gonna keep this one short. But I mean, pretty much what we do. I mean, a little small, introduction. I mean, I forgot my thing. You know what I'm saying? Whoa, ow. Mm, mm, damn. Sipping on a little something, something. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Getting a little bit of that spirit. But anyway, let's just get to it. I was pretty much inspired to do this video because I realize and what I've been seeing, it's like people are talking about how many people, obviously there is a number of people that are awakening, right? So, but me looking at it, I don't see it that way. Do you see what I'm saying? The whole woke movement versus true awareness or the Christ consciousness or the Buddha, which simply means to wake up. It's like I don't really see that though. It's two things that I see. I see that the information being more accessible, and that also creates a problem too. I'll get back to that. And, but I also see a desire of people, trying, people that are tossing, trying to wake up. You know what I'm saying? They kicking and tossing around. You know what I'm saying? But, and that's all part of the woke movement. So it's like they're aware of their environment, but they're not fully aware of who they are. And to me, the whole Christ consciousness or the Buddha is about you being aware of who you are, you understanding that you are a fucking explorer or a traveler here, not a caretaker. In fact, I was watching the Interstellar last night. Oh my god, that was so fucking jewels in that shit. And I don't know, part of me wants to definitely break it down because I don't think I've seen any esoteric shit on it. But anyway, there was a part in it. It's like we have becoming caretakers instead of actually being explorers. So what this is saying is tied up to fucking being a traveler. People are not talking about this. So the whole woke movement or the awakening that's happening is it's more on a political side. It's happening more on type of food to eat, what not to eat, and then yoga being very popular. It's kind of like, I mean, you could see that there is a shift happening. Definitely, people are becoming more interested in certain things when it comes to spirituality. But to me, though, looking at it, I see heat, not light, and there's a difference. So when we talk about light and we talk about heat, you could deem your shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's not true awareness. Again, as I stated, to be aware of what food to eat, that's good. That's very good. You know what I'm saying? To understand discrimination and also, politics and how the whole fucking Illuminati movement, understanding, they ruling us, that is good. But after you realize that they're ruling you, what is the purpose? What is the point? What are you going to do? So if your reaction is to undo what they're doing, you just walk. You're not, because the Christ consciousness is to go beyond earth. This is all, it's like you're still fighting a fucking illusion. See, a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people understand why or what it meant by when they say that we're dreaming down here. And I think I'm gonna try my best to break it down to the best of my ability, right? And I'm gonna say it as 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 much as I can, motherfucker. Shit. All right. So here you are on Earth. You do have a conscious mind. You're aware. of certain things. You know what you're doing. You're picking up you need some water. You go ahead and get it. You're conscious of these things, right? But yet, you are not aware of every aspect of your life. There's a reason why people refer to um, dead people. When you're referring to people that are dead, they are alive. They're breathing that good ass prana, aren't they? But yet, there's a spirit that has not been activated in them, quote unquote. You could call it however you want to call it. But for me, knowing what I know, that's what I call, or what I refer to, the Christ consciousness. But before I get to that, or even the Buddha, then that's why I'm going to talk about heat versus light. And this is where we're going with this. Okay? So the fact that you're not aware of every aspect of your life and you awake, so in so many ways you are dreaming because you're not aware. Right? Because you're not conscious. Because everything that we're doing here, that's why it's a constant learning. We're learning about ourselves. We're becoming more aware of what's happening around us. So which put us in a state of mind of sleep. Because even though we awake, but yet we're still sleeping. And that's why we use the term, some motherfuckers are dead and shit like that. Because it all has to do with how aware that you are. So we're talking about awareness here. And this is where the heat and the light's gonna play, is gonna take place. But most importantly, I think I'm gonna call this, the title of this video, Woke and Spiritual Awakening. Two different things. So what's happening now is like a lot of people, not only that the information is being more accessible. Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Cheer niggas, you know what I'm saying? God damn it. It's becoming more accessible. But just like I was saying, a lot of people are gearing towards, African spirituality. We're seeing a lot of people going for a ceremonial initiation and all of those things. That's good. That's good. That's good. Good. Keep it up. It's all part of the process. However, it's not it though. A process is a process for a reason, right? And a lot of these people get lost in the process. That's why you have from the New Age to whatever the fuck witchcraft, now back to Christ, or not Christ, but to Jesus or Yahweh, because you are the Christ, and the Christ consciousness, it's self-consciousness or Buddha, to wake up. That's what Buddha means, to wake up. So wake up from what? From this reality that you're living, aka illusion, because you're not aware of it. And I could go so many different ways. I could use myself as a fucking example. Let's talk about beauty. Growing up in Haiti and shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, my definition of beauty was, and this is what being asleep was, I was sleeping. We're talking about physical beauty. Oh my God, she's beautiful. Right? But referring to her being beautiful physically. And of course, you would have some OG, giving you a little bit of game, letting you know, yo, king, you can't just go by the look, you got to know who the person is. So this fucking illusion that we're talking about here is that we're looking at just the look and not looking at the person, which is the true beauty. And that's why I'm so good looking, baby. You tell me what side I look better on. You feel me? Because it's coming from that inner self. We're talking about the inner beauty. So that's why this is a fucking illusion. And you not knowing better, now as you're growing up, You're learning how to choose wiser. In other words, you could say wiser, but it's truly, seeing things for what they are. It's going beyond the fucking illusion. It's to understand what, yeah, it should look good, but okay, that's not truly her beauty. Because your true beauty, it's the ugliest shit to be beautiful physically and to be stupid. And I'm just saying stupid for lack of better terms. So this is just to show you the illusion that we're living in. And this is also tied up to the heat, the light, or the awareness, right? But me being aware to just say, okay, beauty is not physical. It's, we're talking about, first of all, I had to know better to see things better. So that's why they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That's why as a child, which means as I used to look at things from the intellect, and now being born again, which is becoming spiritual, I see things spiritually. So a big ass bitch, nigga, you ain't got nothing on me, nigga. But I looked them. Woo wee, shit. I will look though. A couple years from now, I'll probably fuck. But now, I don't even need your ass, baby. You can say it. But I looked up. Because I still have that nigga side of me, though. I'm saying, like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? But okay. Woo! Illusion. It's a mirage. You ain't fooling me twice, bitch. But anyway, I'm saying all of this to say, or to use an example, or showing you how, first of all, this is a fucking illusion. Secondly, we are sleeping even though that we are somehow awake. So through life experiences, as we're learning, as we're getting more light, we're seeing things for what they are. Remember, the truth shall set you free. Okay. So now how is this tied up with the whole fucking heat and light movement? In other words, to walk and true spirituality. So what I'm seeing is a lot of people are being woke, and which is hence the fucking whole woke movement. Now I know, okay, I gotta eat my vegetables. I used to eat meat, I'm not eating meat anymore. Now I'm seeing, okay, the government, they fucking us up. I'm saying, yeah, good. All of that is good though. Because us as true spiritual people, we understand that too. But the difference is, this is where the higher consciousness comes in, because it's not just about seeing or understanding that, but it somehow push us to go inside to understand us. So that's why I realize that the woke movement, they aware of their environment, which they don't truly understand, but some aspect of their environment. Because you truly understanding your environment has to do with you understanding yourself. Until you truly understand yourself and how you relate to your external side, you're not going to understand what's happening on the outside. Because all of it, by you understanding, okay, the food, the yoga that's becoming very popular and all this shit that's happening, the government and all that shit, is truly for you to realize what? That you are spirit, that you are a traveler down here, an explorer. Don't make it your home. And you making it your home by fighting for it. Do you see what I'm saying? So what I do see, and now I wanted to also to talk about the other side of um, the information being accessible. And that's also a big issue. It's good, but it's also bad. It's good because now more people have access to that information, but it's bad because that type of information, true awareness, you have to work on yourself first. Your ego has to take a back seat. You have to open up to let the light go through you. And a lot of people have not been, they don't know how to open up due to society bullshit, due to political bullshit, due to psychological bullshit, not understanding your shadow self, or trying to shadow boxing instead of shadow dancing, which means understanding yourself but not fighting against yourself. A lot of people are fighting against themselves. And you can see it. It pretty much reveals, when a motherfucker get drunk and start saying some shit, your shadow self was always there. And that's also another way for the shadow self to manifest itself too, until you acknowledge it. But for you to acknowledge it, you would have to be aware of it. That's part of the light. So I don't see a lot of people, or even the way they talking, reflecting. I see a lot of Jada Pinkett guru, even on the fucking gram right now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas are posting, knowledgeable shit. I mean, not to say everybody, but it's truly bullshit. Let me just put it this way. The niggas that I know that are posting them shit, they're full of shit. So the heat, or the Tibetan Buddhists call it a different way, which I really like too. They call it you have half knowledge, not the true knowledge, or not the essential knowledge, not the pure knowledge. So a lot of these people have half knowledge. They have a quote. I mean, obviously they post it, they know what it means, but the true knowledge has to become actualized. In other words, not just saying this bullshit, you have to live it. You have to become that. Example, right? If we're saying there's no death, energy, it's always there, it transforms, right? Now let's just say you have fire, right? You somehow you throw some water in it. Now the water, this is how the energy transforms. It's gonna be warm. And then eventually it will evaporate, turn into air, whatever the fuck it is, right? So that's the knowledge. I mean, that's the energy changing forms, but never dies, right? So if you know that, if you're saying that, what happens to when your mom dies? What happens to you when your kids die? What happens to when the police kill some niggas? You ever thought about that? What do you do with that though? Do that spirituality go out the window? Like, okay, that's all good and dandy and shit, but this is what we're dealing. This is reality. What reality are you on? You see what I'm saying? Because being born again, it's also a reality, but now you're being born of spirit. So therefore, you when you see mass, like what other people would call matter, for you it should be particle. It should be energy. But if you're saying that you woke, yes, you're trying to fight the system. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? For you to salute. So you're not truly aware. Mm-hmm. Could be the process. If it is the process, hey, be it. So now what I was saying in regards of, I'm saying, the niggas that I know that are posting shit on the ground, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that for some reason I never do any fucking way, but I'm not saying if you got some shit that's hot, now you want to share it with the whole fucking world. Yeah. But I'm just saying the niggas that I know, I'll call 9. That's emergency for your ass, nigga. No. These niggas have half knowledge. Because true awareness has to do with your senses. Now you have to, the true work is with you and your fucking ego, your senses, your intellect, how you're looking at this world. And I'm not even talking about all the bullshit. And that's what the ancients been doing or been trying to tell us, that we were more than just this body. So your whole focus, I mean, I'm not saying your whole focus should be, but you're exploring, that's part of it. You know what I'm saying? Understanding the creation of the ego. A little kid's touching everything, putting everything in his mouth, trying to feel it, sense it. It's creating a sense of ego. And over the years, what's happening here? The ego has created. And that's what you have to overcome. And that's why, too, in so many ways, like I always tell people, and what I came to understand, is that Maya, even though it is the illusion, but it's not the illusion itself. So if we want to use the example of, let's just say, I think I probably talked about it already. I don't fucking know. But beauty, for example, for a motherfucking instance, right? Growing up in Haiti for me, I mean, I don't think that has anything to do with me growing up in Haiti, but shit, I'm just saying that, right? So my whole perception of beauty, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be good looking on the outside. But what you're seeing, and this is me describing the fucking illusion to you, right? I mean, I hope I didn't use that example before, but anyway, you'll get it twice, nigga. Woo! You know what I'm saying? 2 for 1, nigga. But then over the years, then you realize, damn, like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you gonna live with a beauty? Like, you're gonna have a girl because she look good and nothing else? You know what I'm saying? So this is what the illusion is. But it's not the illusion itself, because you have to understand it. And that's what we have to transcend pretty much. So now you have an OG that's telling you, yo, King, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you know what I'm saying? You can't go by the look, just by the look, though. You know what I'm saying? This is funny. I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm cracking up. I do that shit all the time. So forgive me, nigga. Let me get to it first. So check this out, right? So here you are, an OG telling you, yo, man, you can't go by the look first. Because in fact, I went through it. It's kind of like, all right, so you don't want to be with an ugly bitch. You know what I'm saying? You want the bitch to be beautiful physically, but also know some shit, right? So this is the attachment to the physical part, to the fucking illusion that's inside of us that I had to get rid of. It's either beauty is beauty for what it is, and it's not based on physical fucking appearances, or it is that. Because the true beauty, and I've seen it. Oh my God, that was back in Pennsylvania. And there was this bitch. She was not beautiful at all. But her smile, her fucking presence, she walked in the room, it's like, nigga, you gonna look. I don't give a fuck. I mean, her body was okay too. When I say okay, it wasn't, a fat ass. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't that kind of ass, but just her personality. I mean, I you know what I'm saying? I tried, you know what I'm saying? But she had a boyfriend, though. You know what I'm saying? He had a boyfriend. You know what I mean? Fuck that nigga, though. But the bottom line, what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? back forward, right? This is probably not the type of girl that I would even try to talk to, but because of her presence, and this is me understanding this now, going back like fucking, what was that shit? 15 years ago? 10 years ago? Going back to it and understanding what was taking place. And this is the illusion that we're living every day. Same shit with money. Guess what? We're gonna be happy having money, everything, you know what I'm saying? All my bills will be taken care of, everything. Then once you get money, guess what? Illusion. That's the mirage. Being in a fucking desert and seeing water, thinking it is water. You jump in it. Now you got to understand, doesn't mean water doesn't exist though. It was just a mirage of it. I'm gonna let you punt on that for a second, my niggas and my niggerettes. But it's the illusion. So that's what we're facing on earth. And that's what we have to transcend. And that's what the work is. Now with the Christ consciousness, now when I use the example of us being dreaming over here, we want to be lucid dreaming, which means you want to be conscious with to wake up, or the Christ consciousness. Now you become conscious of the dream. Like I'm telling you right now, using that beauty example, using the money example, a lot of motherfuckers that got money kill themselves. And they're having a good ass dream, not fucking happy. Even Cardi B, nigga, Cardi B said having money, she's not happy. What? And the reason why I'm saying even Cardi B is because maybe I shouldn't be too hard on her, which I'm not trying to be. I'm not, this is not, downgrading. But, you know, she talk dumb shit. Even in that state of mind, money's not everything. It's like, God damn. So, do you see what I'm saying? So, those are the things that people that are being woke are not recognizing. Okay, fuck it. Okay, so now the government, this is what they're doing. And then what else? Let's just say the government was not playing you out. You were getting everything that you wanted from the government. Are you still not living a fucking illusion? Let that marinate, man. So the problem is the essential things that we need to deal with, especially black people. This is, hey, blessed are the fucking persecuted. The hardest problem that we're having is that on top of this fucking being a fucking illusion, now we got to deal with, you know what I'm saying, police brutality and all that shit. So you really have to overcome all of that shit just to get to the fucking essence of it's all a fucking illusion. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes it a little bit tougher on us, to be honest. But let's just use the example of fucking white people that does not have to deal with fucking police brutality and all this shit. That are seeing this as a fucking illusion. You know, the shit that they have to deal with. Think about it. They don't have to deal with fucking police brutality, but they got to deal with their fucking, with society. They got to deal with the, you know, the shit that their mom and dad went through. Now, because of that, they're going through it. They have to overcome a lot of that shit. A lot of their fucking marriages are not working out the way it's supposed to work. Fucking the whole women and men, how women are being used in the white society. I'm just using that kind of fucking example to let you know. And, you know what I'm saying? You know, even that in itself, they would have to overcome that. And that has nothing to do with fucking slavery. That has nothing to do with fucking police brutality. None of that shit. They have to overcome that itself. So now for us niggas, yeah, it's heavy though. But blessed are the fucking persecuted. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because we've been down here for so long, we definitely got to wake up. You know, just saying. But anyway, that's pretty much my 2 cents on the whole fucking woke and then light consciousness. So the information. Oh, I forgot to say talk about this. Now the problem that's happening with the a lot of people being having access to the information. I mean, there's a good part of it. There's pros and cons, right? The pros is, let's just say, for niggas like me or other niggas that are like me too, that are truly about this work, truly about elevation. Now they have a question. Now they're seeking for things. The information is being presented. Now the other heat niggas though, who are truly not doing the work, or the knowledge is not being actualized in them. So now they're using that information, like Jada Pinkett. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, I think she's like the best example that I can use without, going too deep into the conscious community. Because she was a conscious according to the conscious community. That's a safe way to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, even niggas, it's like, what the fuck? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Come on now. So I guess what I'm saying this to say, the cons of it is that people are utilizing this information just to repeat shit, not repeating shit understandably, but repeating it just for the sake of it. And on top of it, it's like their interpretation of it. It's not that. And shit. In fact, I'll use this example. I know this bitch, right? I don't think I should be talking about this stuff. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, I'll just say this part. They use, it's like, because I knew she was having some ego issue, right? And then as we got closer and I was telling her that was your ego, and then now she tells me, this is what she tells me, right? She tells me, why are you projecting yourself on me? Because your truth is not my truth. Now, granted, that's the right shit to say. But I wasn't projecting myself on you. I'll see you for who the fuck you were. I did my shadow work. And at that point, when she said that, you know what? Nigga, you right. Do you see what I'm saying? Not that I was trying to convince her about anything, but it was just the conversation that we were having. It's kind of like, you never had the conversation, a nigga like trying to ask you some shit, and then when you're trying to tell him some shit, it's like, nigga, fuck you. It's like, whoa, nigga, you were trying to ask me some shit, right? But anyway, that's kind of like that kind of conversation, how it went. So this is to say, or to talk about the half knowledge shit. So you're repeating now everything, but you don't truly get it. Not understandably. Because now when it comes to you, oh no, it's not that. Like me, I process everything. I watch everything. I mean, of course, when it's a little too much, as far as, what I'm saying, you know what I mean. But I give everything the benefit of the doubt. And the great Bobby Hemmett said some shit. Look that nigga up too. You might want to check him out. He said, and this is the same thing for me. Before I get to what the fuck he's saying, is because what I'm saying is, which is going to be the same thing, but what he was saying is pretty much the urge for learning, like the fire that he has to learn and to change and to keep on learning, right? If that were to take him back to the fucking church, well, nigga, he will go back to the fucking church. And of course he wouldn't, because understanding this as truly understanding what we do, we're not going to go back to it. But by him making that statement, it is pretty much the same thing for me. That's why I listen to everything. Even the niggas talking about from Christ, from the New Age to witchcraft to Christ. I'm like, I'm listening. I'm like, okay, maybe you could have something that I didn't know. And whole and behold, this nigga's a bullshit. But I can only say that because I give it the benefit of the doubt. And I went at it with an open heart. But anyway, enough. We're going to stop it there. So pretty much I wanted to talk about, the title of this video is going to be about woke, Christ consciousness, or the Buddha, which is the same thing, to awake. Or I don't know, I'm still debating about that. I'll let the spirit choose for me, between heat and light, two different things. So the awareness that's happening here, a lot of people that are gearing towards, the learning, all of that shit, it's global warming. And that's what they're trying to stop. And that's the only thing they can stop, but not true light. True light is the niggas that are really, truly sick in themselves. And there's nothing, they will stop at nothing. They're not looking to repeat shit just to repeat it. If they do repeat it, it's going to be understandably from a state of mind of understanding, not just for the sake of repeating shit or trying to show off some knowledge, but it's truly because you understand it. And they're concerned about their fucking growth, self-growth. And they truly know there's something wrong with this place. Not so much of wrong in a sense wrong, but they know there's something more. Like I did. Like the Bible would like to refer to it as having a fear of God. Right? I think I broke that down already in one of my videos, so you might want to check that out. You know what I'm saying? Or the Buddha referred to it as the suffering, or looking at death. But then when I delve in a little more into it, there's a connotation to it. Because I didn't get into this shit because of suffering. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure a lot of other teachers didn't get to this because they see the world suffering. Oh my God. Or maybe I was suffering. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't because of that, but it was because there was innately, I knew there has to be something more. So I was being guided by that. In so many words, inception. So I had the inception, that idea that was inside of me that was better than me. That was just fucking too much for me, to be honest. And I try to walk away from that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like after knowing the truth, how do you go back to the fucking lies? You know what I'm saying? Let God find you, nigga. Don't look for God. He'll find you. And that's always been the case, though. Now, with that being said, we're going to stop there. You know what I'm saying? Eat your food, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Digest that shit. One love, man. Muy menú, Haitian.